I think I do have a touch of claustrophobia. Wait.
Bless you, bless you.
I'm allergic to caskets. So long as I can push the door open, I think I can be pretty chill in there.
Hello, and welcome to Grave Conversations, the only show where your favorite celebrities get to lie down. I'm your host, David Dastmalchian. Today's guest is someone we hope is around with us for a very, very long time. He is a beloved actor who also happens to be my friend. We like to go to haunted houses together. He's known for his charm, his wit, stunning good looks, and unforgettable roles in fan-favorite series like Firefly and Castle, The Rookie. Apparently, you can also see him in this new little indie film that's coming out this summer. We're all very excited about Art House coming back. It's called Superman. Please welcome the great Nathan Fillion.
I just fell asleep a little bit.
That fast, huh?
When you lie down on set, that will put me out like a light.
Can you sleep anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that's an actor thing that we've developed? Because I feel like I can even sleep standing up sometimes.
I think it's about security and how dangerous your life has been. If your life has been full of danger, I don't think you'd fall asleep anywhere easily. But yeah, I feel like I could fall asleep at a bus stop.
The life of an actor is pretty cushy sometimes, isn't it?
True.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I was so excited for this, and I know all of the fans of our show are going to be very excited as well. How are you settling into your fire engine red Titan casket?
You know, I think it's going to really bring out the red in my eyes.
Is it comfy?
Yeah, it's got a spring. There's like a little spring in here.
A little spring in there, yeah.
But I wonder, what do the dead need with like a shock absorbing?
Instead of a little spring in your step, a little spring in your death.
I'd be afraid that when they drop it into the actual grave, that there'd be like a bouncing of this squeak.
My milkshake
Brings all the boys to the
all
yard.
of them to the graveyard. Well, we're going to get into our first segment, which is a fan favorite. It's called Questions You Need to Answer Before You Die, or as my Starbucks barista writes on my latte, Quintabid. When you see an automatic hand sanitizer dispenser in public, do you go for it? And if so, what percentage of times does it actually work?
First answer, yes. And I kind of pretend, because it's automatic. Anything automatic, I pretend I have the force. That's what's causing the...
You do have them.
Like automatic doors, sliding doors especially, because you can do that little two-finger, right? And then second answer, like a good 95% of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I keep hand sanitizer in pockets all the time.
Are you germophobic?
Maybe.
That's a yes.
I think so.
I would say more than worry about whether or not it's going to work when I stick my hand in there, I judge the sanitizer on like how much came out and what was the sound it made.
If there's a word you could eliminate from the English language, what would it be?
No.
Okay. Can I have a kiss?
Sure.
If you could Keurig something other than coffee, which we all think of when we think of Keuriging.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, I love that. And they have so many cool, crazy flavors now. This isn't an ad space for Dr. Pepper, but I'm going to give them a shout out here. They do diet well, and they've got, I'm a crazy flavor guy. I love wild cherry, vanilla, add all the, orange, creamsicle.
Yeah, vanillas.
Pepper doesn't go, they don't stop, they go crazy.
I went to the movies with Molly the other day. I saw Molly's movie.
Was it called The Life of Chuck?
That's the one.
It's a great film.
And they had a dispenser there. They had like Mr. Pibb, which if there's no Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb will do it in a pinch. And they had all the different flavors. I'm okay with
I
just
love
the
those
regular.
machines. I want that in my kitchen. Nathan, you're the person I could see having that in your kitchen, like where you could hit all the buttons and get all the flavors.
Oh, that's all I need is limitless soda.
You are a gadget guy, though.
I
will
really
say that.
am.
I love coming to your home because you've always got a cool gadget.
Yes, I do.
Or dozens. Do you ever worry about people who wear flip-flops to the airport?
Yeah, because they're the same people who have their bare feet on the plane and they want to put it on the footrest in front of them. Come on, you guys. We're all in this together. That's fucking disgusting.
I take pictures. I document it. The people that put their bare feet up on like the chair in front of them or the rest.
It's the main character syndrome. It's the, I want to spoil your day.
I was at one of my favorite spots the other day, a sacred spot I called the food court at the mall, and someone was clipping their nails.
That's private time stuff.
Private time stuff. We do that in the privacy of our restroom. You have interacted over your career with lots of different good guys, but bad guys are often the most fun, and you fight them regularly. If you could have dinner with 3 super villains, living or dead, who would they be?
Spider-Man had a villain that was just the dumbest, but if you could have him for dinner, it would be great. His name was The Answer. And his ability was he had the answer to everything. He could fly because he knew the answer. That's how do you fly?
It's like, what's the best appetizer on the menu? He's going to have the answer.
Where do I look for buried treasure?
Nice.
Let's go with like a Dr. Octopus. I'm clearly on a Spider-Man theme here.
Sure. He could get all the different plates, especially if you're doing like tapas style. Doc Ock would be a fun person to eat with.
And then I'm going to throw in a DC character. Let's go with the Riddler, because I'm a big fan of dad jokes, and I think maybe he could have a few.
Can you please give me, this is an acting challenge. I don't think we've ever done this. This is a Grave Conversations first. Can you please give me 5 increasingly panicked ways to say the word banana?
Banana. 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 Banana!
Yay! Thank you, everybody. Please, we've got a whole, thank you, Nathan. Thank you.
Thank you.
You, is this true? Yeah, it is true. I know this about you. You're an avid scuba diver.
Yes, I scuba dive.
What's down there even?
It's like a different planet, man. It's an entirely different planet. And while you're down there, you're weightless. And I've often thought, if I die, it's probably going to be scuba diving with my brother, because he makes me laugh really hard underwater. You can't communicate, you can't talk, and yet this guy.
He can get you?
Yeah, he gets me. It just nails me every time. I'm laughing now thinking about it.
I have never scuba dove, but I have snorkeled.
Scuba divin'.
I've never scuba divin'. I'm not a scuba diviner, but I would like to. Maybe I'll go with you sometime. I'd love to learn. It sounds magical, because when I was snorkeling in Malta one time, I remember I found my happy place was just floating there in the water, and all the little fishies floating by. It was such a peaceful place.
Brother, there's a dive center on Ventura Boulevard, and we'll grab some tanks. We'll just throw you in my pool. We'll go for a little, we'll sit at the bottom and chat.
In Superman, you play the Green Lantern. How does it feel to play the first superhero with a bowl haircut?
Really good. I'm going to elaborate. The bowl cut was something I fought for. There was some talk of some different hairstyles and whatnot, and I was just super concerned that part of this guy's persona is that he just don't give an F about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he really doesn't care what people think. He is fearless. You have to be fearless to be a Green Lantern. You don't have to be good. You just have to be fearless. And clearly, that guy's haircut tells you he is fearless.
Speaking of the amazing characters you've brought to life, one of my favorites, Captain Reynolds, felt like a man who had already kind of like come to terms with, I don't know if you agree with this, felt like a man who already made peace with dying.
Man.
What's your relationship like with death? Is it something you're really afraid of, something you stress about?
I don't stress about death. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you were to die, I mean, your worries are over. I think my worry is to die in a goofy way, like a coconut hitting you in the head, or it'd be over pretty quick. I don't want to die slow, and I don't want to die with something eating my face, be it a bear or shark. I just don't want to have that kind of last, like, oh, I shouldn't have come into these woods today, thought process of, I don't want to have regrets at those last seconds, like, oh no, I'm going to die, right? I think that moment would be scary. I think actual dying is probably pretty easy. One of the things I was thinking about was just from the camera angles alone, it really like it youthifies you, like it really pulls everything back. Everybody's gonna look great on this show. Everybody's gonna be like, damn, I look good.
Well, that's a great transition for us, because I think we're gonna like move into our cozier topic of the day, the reason why we're actually here. You ready to talk about end of life?
Let's go.
All right. This is a segment that we call Death Wish. Nathan Fillion, How would you like to die?
In my sleep, peacefully,
Peacefully.
Yeah.
It sounds so nice.
I don't want to go down in a plane, for sure. Like, that seems like that's a
Stressful.
long way down.
Stressful.
A lot to think about on the way, and a lot of people screaming probably.
I was wondering if falling though, like maybe the altitude shifts, you pass out. That would be nice, right? Wouldn't that be a
Don't put
good
on the oxygen mask.
Yeah, don't, because then you can just pass out.
I also feel like if a plane were to go down, like, I'm the guy who looks for the exits. It's like, all right, that one's the closest, or that one's the closest, and who do I have to like grab a hold of and throw them out because they're going to panic and not going to be able to function. And if the plane lands, I'm probably going to survive it, and I'm probably going to have to help some people out. Like, that's probably going to be my role.
I think people look to you because of their familiarity with you as an actor and just assume you're going to be a hero on the day. And you're like, guys, we're all in this together.
Unless there's a bunch of emergency services people on that plane, I think actors are probably like the second in line for most prepared for crazy emergencies or alien invasions.
Definitely alien invasions. Do you think about death and dying often?
No, you know what? I think about missing people who have died. I think about my parents, dying. It reminds me just to be patient and loving and appreciate every day I still have with them, because there's going to be a time where I would, what would I give for like one more argument with my dad, or telling my mom not to worry about stuff, like stuff that drives you crazy about your parents. I think you would give a lot to live through it again after they're gone.
Take it from me. I'm so glad that you give yourself that advice, because mine are gone, and I often find myself going, oh, I'd love to be able to pick up the phone and say that thing. So yeah. Have you ever like done any funeral planning for yourself? You ever thought about like, oh, I would like this at my funeral?
No. Oh my God, no. My brother and I were standing next to each other over my grandfather's deathbed, and he was going out pretty slow. And my brother looked at me and said, if I ever get like that, you take a pillow and,
I get it. Yeah, well, yeah.
clear each other's browser history and bust out the pillow.
I feel like there's an easier way than the pillow. I mean, I'd be like, Nathan, could you just get a bunch of those pills over there and put them in a glass of water for me? Don't suffocate me.
Put them in a Dr. Pepper.
Put them in a great flavored
cherry.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah, yeah. Do you know if you want to be buried or cremated?
I was just watching a thing on like how we deal with death, and there's limited space, and I think as I get older, I think there's gonna be less and less space. Do I want to use it up being dead in it? Do I want a place where people can come visit me? Do I care? I'll be dead. There's that thing where you can turn into a tree. Mm-hmm. I've thought about that, but I'm not crazy about birds.
Why do you think the subject is difficult for people to talk about?
Because people fear the unknown. It's outside of your control, and there's nobody that knows what comes next. There's people who have their beliefs, but that's as far as it goes. There's no empirical proof.
It makes sense, I think, why people want that so much, why we want someone to give us an answer, tell us what it's going to be like, tell us what the ultimate truth is. But it's something that we all have in common. I love that as storytellers, as actors, we're always looking for the thing that threads together all the characters, so that like, no matter who's watching you in one of your shows or one of your movies, your hope is obviously that this kid can still see themselves reflected in you a little bit, relate to you. And that's
do you think about that after your death? Do you think about what you've left behind as an actor, the stories you leave behind, that you've told, the way you've affected people's lives, and you'll continue to, your legacy? Do you think about that?
I do. I wonder sometimes when I see something, and I'm really proud of the overall project, the film itself, the show, the performance, and I think how neat that is to just consider that maybe 25 years from now, someone could be sitting up late watching whatever the version is of late night cable television, whatever that looks like in the year 2050, and come across this thing that we made. Like we made an incredible film together called The Suicide Squad, and you go, how neat is that going to be at some point if some kid, just watches that? They don't know who we are anymore. Like our names don't mean anything to them. They just are transported somewhere. They get to go on a little adventure with us. Isn't that
Well,
neat?
maybe yours won't, but they'll know about me all the time because
You're right.
growing up watching Firefly and stuff.
You're right. I'm sorry. You already answered this question, but I need to read it because it's a great question, and you predicted it. Who do you trust to clear your browser history after you're gone?
Oh yeah, that'd be my brother. Actually, I have like a private browser thing. Like it doesn't collect the data. I'm not taking any chances.
Now I desperately want to know what's on his browser. If you had to die in one of your own movies, what kind of death would you write for yourself? Or what kind of death would you want James to write for you?
I would want something where, your death is a sacrifice. That your death is meaningful in that it saves someone else, right? You want your death to have meaning. Mm. You don't want to just be like, oh, you'll never guess what happened to Steve. He got struck by lightning, and I guess that's it.
That's it.
Like, what? Or he got hit by a coconut. What? You don't want that to be your legacy, but it's like, well, he stepped out in front and he saved this whole school bus full of kids.
Bus full of kids. I was just gonna say, yes, he saved them.
Right? That's the story you want left behind. You want to die the hero.
Absolutely. Live long enough.
Or live long enough to be the villain.
This is such a great question for you because you have so many awesome gadgets and gizmos.
This is true.
If you had to be buried with one item from your junk drawer, just one, you get one thing. It's the mosquito bug pain reliever? Is it the snarky stickers, magnets to put on people who park poorly cars? Is it your drone? What is it? What is the thing that you get one item from your junk drawer you're going to be buried with?
Probably like a little fidget toy.
Oh.
I have one in my pocket right now. I try to carry one all the time. If there is nothing after, you die, except for a vast void of nothingness, I would want something to fidget with.
To pass the time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what's happening outside of the casket, the segment we call Living for This. Anything that you're working on or will be working on personally or professionally that makes you feel alive?
I often ask people in our profession, when did they feel like I made it? Mm-hmm. When was their moment of like, man, I made it? And for me personally, it's every time I get a new gig. It's every new job. I felt that way when I got but when my first job was One Life to Live, I felt that way. I got a sitcom, I felt that way. I did a movie with Steven Spielberg. I felt, oh my God, I frickin' made it. The Rookie, I felt like I made it. And then just most recently, oh my God, I'm gonna be in Superman. I am beside myself. I can't believe this is my life. And I've said it before, and it's very true. My life is not working out the way I planned it, for sure. But it is the way I dreamed it would be. Mm. People say, I'm living the dream. And they say it, but I am living the dream. Boy, it was pretty easy. It was in and out. Nobody got hurt. I'm gonna put this at a strong 8, maybe even 8.78 to a 9.
Well, thank you for being part of this story, being a part of Grave Conversations. Before we bury this interview, I do have one final thing I would like to ask of you.
Yes.
We would like for you very much to please give your own eulogy. It's spelled out Youlogy. Isn't that just adorable? When I say die, you're going to have 60 seconds to give yourself your own eulogy. I cannot express to you how important this is. 3, 2, 1, die.
Welcome to Nathan's family, friends, loved ones, the coworkers he actually liked. You know who you are. Personal chefs, household staff, foreign dignitaries, and the My Pillow guy. He'll have turned it around by then.
Oh, good.
Thank you for being here in what is no doubt standing room only. Caring, charitable, loving, courageous, loyal, dashing, and kind. All qualities Nathan swore he had, but we all know better. And now we can say it. It was Nathan's dying wish that you donate to his memorial fund to build a statue of Nathan, made from smaller statues of Nathan, to be erected at the Nathan Fillion Civilian Pavilion. Hopefully one in every city. Thank you for coming today. In lieu of flowers, please etch Nathan's name into the moon.
Yes. That was incredible.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Time's up. And our time is up with you, Nathan. That was beautiful. I'm so grateful for you. I appreciate you, and I thank you for sharing your heart with me today. Love you very much. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.
I wonder if he knows I'm still here. I wonder if they validate parking. Glad I brought it.